Hello, this is Elaine with Elaine's Creations, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this shutter hidden message or slider card. It opens up and there's a message inside there. Isn't that cool? And it uses the, Snowflake Wishes bundle that's part of the Snowflake Splendor suite. There we go. Got to switch over. All right, so this is such a fun card to make, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to make it. All right, as always, I created a template. I always have a template. So this is your basic shutter card. So your basic shutter card is 8.5 by 5.5, so your basic card size, but you're going to score it at 2 1/8 inch from each side. So this is your basic shutter card, just basic shutter card. So you're going to start with your basic shutter card, but you're going to cut out 2 pieces 4 by 3.5, and you're going to score at 1/2 inches with the 4 inches across the top. So score at 1/2. Then you're going to find the center of this piece right here. So you're going to measure 2 inches on the 4, with the 4 inch at the top, and then you're going to find 1 3/4 with the 3.5 inch at the top, and you're going to make a nice big dot. And then you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure from that dot to the corner and draw a little pencil line, and then same thing on the other side from the dot to the corner. And then you are going to cut all this out, cut that out, and you'll get this square Pac-Man with this little tab, square Pac-Man. And you're going to use this guy to create your pieces. So I would recommend creating this piece right here as your guide. So now you have 2 pieces, so I've already cut one out. So now I've got this one, so I've got the tab here, and I'm going to use this as my guide, and I'm going to find my pencil, and I'm just going to take this and go like this. And how easy is that we have a template. So now I can take my big scissors. These were my ribbon scissors, because look, it says ribbon only, but I can cut paper with them. I actually have different ribbon scissors now, but paper is okay. I hide these scissors anyway. I hide them from my kids. All right, so we're gonna cut that, pull that away. Okay, so now we have 2 identical pieces here, okay, but we want to put those away for now. And we want to bring in our shutter card piece, okay? And we're going to have a piece of 3 by 5.5. It looks like mine is a wee bit short there. So I'll probably center mine, but you want it to be 5.5 inches long. And then I'm gonna decorate it with some DSP. So I've got this piece of 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. But you can do 5.5 by 2 3/4. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever size you want. And I am going to adhere this down. This is the Snowflake Splendor DSP. Isn't it pretty? So pretty. I love the watercolor wash look of it. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. Actually, let's see. Am I going to adhere this? I need the circle to be free and clear of adhesive, but I can use the other side, so I should be okay. So I am gonna adhere this. Ding. Okay, and then you are going to use the third largest circle in your layering circle dies. So 1, 2, 3. So it's this one right here. So you're going to cut out, you're going to move it down a little bit, not too high. You don't want it up here. You want it about a little bit higher than the middle, because you're going to put some adhesive here, and these are going to be going underneath, and you don't want these to be like all in the adhesive, because these need to glide freely behind here. And so if they're touching the adhesive, they're not going to glide freely. So you're going to want to place this away from where you're placing the adhesive. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to use a retired 2.5 inch punch. And I am going to punch right about there. Because it's much easier to punch on camera than it is to do the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, that's pretty, okay, you're gonna save this piece. You wanna save this. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're going to put some strong adhesive. I recommend tear and tape on the bottom. So let's just measure. And this stuff is great because you can just tear it off. And we're just going to press it down or burnish it really well. And then we're gonna peel it off. If we can. And then I got a little bit more than needed, so I'm just gonna, okay, and we're gonna center this nicely. Okay, and press down. All right, so now comes the easy part. You think this is hard? It's not, it's so easy. So we're gonna put some tear and tape on both of these tabs. So let's add some tear and tape. Measure that out. Tab number 1, put that aside. And tab number 2. Okay. Okay, so we're going to slide it underneath here. We are going to line this edge up with our score line right here. Just kind of fold it to make sure it's lined up. And then we are going to try to make sure that this little point is in the center of our circle here. So I'm going to move this down a little bit. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is going to be far away from our adhesive up here. So if you're going to use tear and tape, you got to make sure that the tear and tape width is going to be away from this top piece right here. So another thing that you can use, I'm going to cheat again, is this thin red liner tape. I really like it because it's thin and it's strong. So I'm going to use this. You can buy it on Amazon. So all you have to do is remove the liner, just the liner, and then fold it closed. And then it's going to pull. Isn't that cool? So cool. Okay, and you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna stick this in. You can do on top or underneath. But you're gonna make sure, whoops, this is underneath, then the other one has to be underneath. Underneath. You're going to make sure that these little pieces aren't showing like that. They have to be lined up. Lined up, okay? And then this edge again needs to be lined up with this score line right here. And then these 2 points need to be lined up nicely too. Everything needs to be lined up nicely. So let's see here. Okay, and then when you're happy with how everything is lined up, you can remove the lining. And fold it over. And open that up. Yay! Okay, so that's the basic mechanics of the card. That's it. So now we're going to stamp our sentiment on this circle right here. So I've got thanks so much from the stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp that right in the center with Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal. Yes, I've got my paper still on there. Because it's kind of sealed down, stuck down, so it's okay. And I am going to, I put some at the top so I can use my finger. And then with this open, I can place this exactly where I want it to go when it opens. See that? Nice. Okay, so now I can finally place this top piece down. And I want to use something thin because I don't want these pieces to get stuck. And don't ask me why I don't want them to get stuck. So I'm going to use this thin piece right here. Okay. Should I do this upside down? Should I just holding the, I'll just do it like this. So I'm going to place this at the very, 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 very top. Very, 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 very top. Remove that lining. And place that down. Okay, and let's try it out. Uh-oh, not closing all the way, not touching. So I probably scored incorrectly, but that'll be okay because we'll cover it up. There we go. Mechanics work good though. Mechanics work very nicely. Very nice. Yay! Okay, now we get to decorate. So I've got some more Designer Series paper to put on the front. You always want to decorate the front of your shutter card. So we're going to do, this is 2 by 5 and 5 3/8. Okay, and then I did a fun thing with the dies. I've already stamped and cut out the snowflakes. So I have a large snowflake and then another snowflake and a Highland Heather snowflake and this snowflake. And I think I'm gonna add them all with some dimensionals because that's kind of fun. So we'll use the mini dimensionals. And then we'll add a rhinestone to the top to hide the mini dimensionals. Whoops, Here's all the dimensionals for you. Okie dokie. So put this all together, and I'm gonna offset them, of course, because that makes it look pretty when you offset the snowflakes. So here's one of the cut out ones, and then the last one goes on top. Okay, so that's ready. And then with this piece, I just need to poke out these little pieces on the snowflakes. I use the stitch nested dies to cut out the edge piece around the die from the So Many Snowflake dies. I'll show you that. Sorry about this, I should have poked these all out earlier. Some of them are not cooperating with me. They don't want to leave, they want to stay. Okay, a couple more. Okay, I think I got them all. All right, pretty. So I cut this out of the stitch nested label dies, and then I cut this with the So Many Snowflake dies. It has this label die right here, and it fits perfectly in the stitch nested label dies. So then I cut it out with that, and I got this frame right here that I can put on top. So I just need a little bit of adhesive to go around. My frame here. Put some on the snowflakes. Wipe the glue off my hands. And then you create this really cute frame of snowflakes. And then we'll put this snowflake right here in the middle. And we'll add some dimensionals to one side. Do a little bit, this one a little bit differently. I'm gonna add them to this side. And then we'll place that right in the middle, and we will add a large rhinestone. So just grab this rhinestone right here. Just put that right in the middle right there. There we go. We have our beautiful shutter card. Oh, and the last step that I want to add is I want to add some Wink of Stella to this snowflake right here. Just color it in. Make it super shimmery. It's hard to see on camera, I know, but it's really nice in person. Really, really nice. All right, so let's look at it again. Who wouldn't love to receive this card? I know I would love to receive it. So much fun. Fun, fun, fun. Hope you enjoyed learning how to make this card, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on that notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.